Hi, this is Dawn Olszewski of DOstampingWithDawn.com, and I'm here with another How'd She Do That video. And today I'm going to do a little bit of sponging and create an ombre technique. And this was shared with me by a fellow demonstrator, Linda Callahan. I was inspired by a card where she used a template to create this technique. So let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is create our template. And I'm using Stampin' Up's Hexagon Hive to do that. This is a Framelit. And it's new in the seasonal, the occasion seasonal catalog. And I've got my sandwich all set up here. I'm using the magnetic platform by Stampin' Up and a cutting plate. And then I have my material for cutting. This is just a piece of crumb cake cardstock. Then I'm putting down a layer of wax paper and then the Framelit on top. The last thing is you'll want to put your cutting pad on, and then we're going to run it through the Big Shot. So here we go. Now the reason I recommend the wax paper is because it helps release from the Thinlit pretty good. I love that. See there, it's coming out right away. And you don't have it kind of sticking to it. So I really highly recommend that you get yourself some wax paper. I'll just finish putting the rest of these, pulling the rest of these out, and then we'll get started on our sponging. So the first thing you want to do is add a little bit of adhesive. I just got some little bits here on some of these solid areas, and you want to kind of pull it off. You just want it a little bit tacky and not really permanently adhere. So I'm going to put it on here and center it. And then you'll want to get your three colors. We're going to go light to dark. And so this is Pool Party. This is Coastal Cabana. And this is Bermuda Bay. Alright, and I'm getting out, I'm going to use sponge daubers. And we'll get this inked up here. We're going to start in the corner, and we're going to work our way about a third up, and we'll just continue to do that for each of the colors. Now I'm using a kind of a rubbing circular sort of motion for this. Alright, that looks about right. Well, I think I'll even go about halfway in on some of these other ones here. So that is about 1/3, and we'll set that aside, and we'll get out Coastal Cabana. Get that nice and inked up, and we'll start in the corner here. So you can see that color is coming in darker, which is good. That's the look we're going for. And go about here. There. And then we'll end with our darkest color, and that's going to be our Bermuda Bay here. Let's grab that, and another sponge dauber. Now I have 3 separate ones because I like to, when I teach class, this is one of my club class projects, it's easier to have a separate one for each one. And actually I'm going to come in and get that really a little bit darker so we can really see the difference when we go from the one color to the next. Okay, are we ready? We're going to pull it apart. And some of it's, ooh, isn't that cool? Love that. So we've got our light, we've got our medium, and we've got our dark. Now if you find that some of the adhesive that you used had stick to your paper, just this is an adhesive eraser, and you can just pull that off with this. Now we're ready for a little stamping. I'm using Perfect Pennants. I'm using these 2 border images, as well as this cute little banner, You Make Me Happy. Now that banner matches one of the images that come with the banner framelits, one of the metal dies that you get. You can be ordered separately or as a bundle, and you save 15%. So I've already done that here. So this is Coastal Cabana. I have stamped that on Pool Party. And then Bermuda Bay was stamped on Coastal Cabana. These pieces, these two pieces just are like about a 1/2 inch by 3, I think they were 3 1/8 or 3 1/4. And then this was the banner. This was stamped in the same Bermuda Bay. All right, so we're ready to put our card together. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to create the V in the corner of, or the end, I should say, of my little strips here. Do the same thing here. And if you've, so this image doesn't really have a V, but if you just go about a little ways up the middle and then go side to side, come in so you can see what I'm doing here. And then this corner was what I mean by side to side, and then you get your V on that. Now, what I'm going to do is, I did cut these to just be the same size, but I do want them eventually to be, this one to be a little bit smaller. The best way to do that is to adhere this one first. You see, I have bad stamping too. So we're going to put that on. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it all the way over to the edge here, or beyond I should say, the edge. Show you what I mean. And so I can capture all the stamping on there. And then this one, I'm going to put about right there. And then I'll just flip it over. And then lastly, we'll put on the cute little banner. And then we'll go ahead and attach this. Now, this white piece measured, I probably should have told you that earlier. This was 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. If you can see that, I'll do that one more time. This is 3 5/8, 4 7/8. Now I'm attaching it to a piece of Bermuda Bay, which is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And then we'll this is Pool Party. Just a 1/2 sheet of cardstock, 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. Fold it in half. We'll add it to that. And then I got one more cute little surprise for it. There's a new product in the Occasions catalog, and it is called a gold sequin trim. Looks like this. Put it down here. It actually comes on a spool. And what I did is to get these apart. I'm trying to think of the, yeah, it's going to be better on the white here, is you kind of pull the threads apart a little bit, and then these just slide off. Okay. There you go. And then if you need a lot of them, then I just would go ahead and snip some of these threads off. And then you just keep pulling them. See how they come off like that? So I have some ready to go, and I just put them on glue dots. So I'll bring this back out and take my little paper piercer, and we'll just add a few to the card. And I love the way this looks. I was really happy with how this turned out. Oh, that one didn't stick to the glue dot. Let's do that one again. All right, and one here. And then I'm just going to use my hand for the last one, and one down here. So there you go. That's what that card looks like. I'm so just giddy when I finished this, and I just love the way that it turned out. So I hope you enjoy it too. Be sure to stop by my blog at DOstampingWithDawn.com for lots more creative ideas and inspiration.